Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud to be here and present this short presentation about rather modern techniques to profit off volatility in today's much volatile markets. And of course, I want you to consider this as an inspiration and a brainstorming session. And that will require you to ponder upon the ideas generated in this session and do your own homework. I think you agree with me that we are in the perhaps most turbulent period in market history in recent decades. The geopolitical tensions in the Middle East are exploding, and every day and night we hear unexpected news regarding the Iran, Israel, Ukraine, South China Sea, the tensions between Korea and elsewhere. Also, we have been witness to 2 times unsuccessful assassination attempts on Donald Trump. The ups and downs of the upcoming US election and the rise of extreme far-right political parties in Europe, which caused massive volatility for the euro crosses in the FX market in recent weeks, as you witnessed. In this environment, we cannot rely solely on our abilities and expertise to predict the market direction, because in contrary to economic news and events, geopolitical events does not have a calendar. Most of the tensions and war attempts and missile attacks have been done on weekends. So, as traders and investors, we will have to prepare B plans to approach. Otherwise, our abilities and our analytical skills will go waste in such an environment. A technique that I am eager to offer you in this session is a rather new technique employed by many banks, and it is especially designed for such a volatile environment. It is running and conducting a bidirectional grid trading system on relative strength charts, and it requires you to pay attention to 2 fundamental things. 1, what is grid trading system? Anyone here has any experience with grid trading system? In a grid trading, we open and liquidate long and short positions at predetermined price levels. In this type of trading approach, we does not have to decide the precise and pinpoint timing entries and timing an entry in the market. We just want to analyze the overall direction of market with a wide margin of error. That is enough. We have 2 types of grid trading system. One is unidirectional and the other is bidirectional. The one that I am going to present here is bidirectional trading. Do you hear me? How can a bidirectional grid trading system become profitable? How can you profit if you open simultaneously long and short positions? There is a precondition for success in this technique, and that is non-trending volatility. What do I mean by non-trending volatility? It is in such a market condition that goes up and down with much movement, but with very little displacement. So, if we have enough movement, but with little displacement, we can employ a bidirectional grid trading system which will generate consistent profits over time with little drawdown. But the problem is, how can we find a non-trading volatile market? The answer lies in relative strength charts or relative ratio charts. Ratio charts are produced by dividing the price of the numerator instrument by the price of the denominator instrument. So we will have to construct and create new charts if you want to run a bidirectional grid on a non-trending, non-directional, volatile market. And here is then our broker, Pipwise, has created a very suitable platform for you to run your grids. There are two, actually, relative strength charts that you can employ. We have inherently range-bound RS charts with highly correlated RS charts. Can you show me an example of an inherently range-bound RS chart? Two commodities or two financial instruments that are inherently range-bound against each other. For example, the West Texas Intermediate oil and Brent oil. The ratio of these two types of oil cannot have a trend. Whenever the price of West Texas Intermediate goes upward, we will have to witness a similar move for the West Texas Intermediate or otherwise. So the ratio of these two instruments cannot have a trend. And if we witness an upward move in this relative strength chart and it goes above a certain threshold, we can go short it. Whenever the price of this RS chart goes over both, we will sell it or short it. And whenever the RS chart is in oversold territory, we can long it. And now, name a highly correlated, but not necessarily inherently correlated chart. Gold to silver. Gold and silver are highly correlated, but they are not necessarily inherently correlated. During the pandemic area in 2020, as you probably remember, the ratio went upward without any retracing. So I'm not going to claim that this strategy does not bear any risk. It does. But the risk is very limited and is reserved for special market events that might happen once a decade. At Pipwise, we have developed a few RS charts, and we are going to develop a few more that you can employ in your trading approach, and it is especially suitable for running bidirectional grid trading systems. My question is that, does your broker offer tradable RS charts? Ours do. And now I'm going to present you trading ideas for further enhancing this trading approach. We can apply spatially oscillators, which shows you overbought and oversold levels. Some of them might interest you. Relative strength index or RSI, stochastics, commodity, CCI, and pivots. You can apply all of these indicators, which shows you overbought and oversold levels to RS charts or relative strength charts. For example, look at this chart, which is the price of Brent oil to West Texas Intermediate oil. As you can see, the chart is very range-bound. It doesn't have any trend in it. And it is completely logical. If you apply the relative strength index or RSI in this chart, you can see whenever RSI goes above 70, the price of the RS charts experience a healthy pullback. So if you employ a bidirectional grading system and design a code that whenever this RSI chart, RSI indicator for this RS chart goes into overbought territory, you will activate the sell part of your bidirectional grid. And whenever the RSI indicator goes below 30, you can hold your long grid, hold your short grid, and activate your long side. This is a filter to add. Another approach is that we run the bidirectional grid whenever the chart is and whenever the RSI is, and add more weight to sell or buy order whenever we reach overbought or oversold levels. As you can see, we have decent reactions in the price whenever the RSI is going above or below overbought or oversold levels. Another chart which we have in our broker is the price, the relative strength chart of Bitcoin to Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum are highly correlated, but not necessarily inherently correlated. And as you can see, again, we witness decent retracement and decent reactions in the price whenever the RSI indicator goes overbought and oversold, but not as nicely and neatly as the previous chart. Again, whenever the RSI shows overbought or oversold conditions, we can go against the market. We apply a mean reversal trading strategy by using our grid trading system. We are not committed to predict the market direction. In a case of war, maybe the price of stocks plunge, the price of cryptos plunge. But this chart, this relative strength chart, cannot go much higher or lower because they are highly correlated. So we can reduce our risk. We will not be wary of the news about the war in Middle East, in Ukraine, the nuclear tensions between North Korea and elsewhere, and also the political upheavals that we are witnessing in Europe and elsewhere. Another chart, this is the relative strength chart of gold to silver. It is a very well-known RS chart in the technical traders community. And mind you, many intermarket analysts use this ratio to decide which precious metal to add to their portfolio. As you can see, again, rarely we witness a directional trend without any retracement in this chart. Whenever the RSI indicator goes overbought, you can start selling this RS chart. And whenever the RSI tells you that we are in an oversold condition, you can activate your long side of the grid. And as we are running out of time, I want you, as a homework, design and name 3 inherently range-bound RS charts and 3 highly correlated RS charts. In Pipwise, we are very receptive to your ideas and suggestions, and we are continuously developing new symbols for you to trade on. We have added a lot of innovative RS charts, and we will continue to do so. So we want to hear you, any innovative idea in this regard. Thank you very much.